The Cleveland Cavaliers are now 10-0. I'm still not seeing a lot of major sports media outlets talking about this team, which is why I've taken the liberty to break down footage of their game last night against the Warriors that I have coming up. The Warriors came into this game 7-1. They were undefeated on the road going into Cleveland, and the Cavaliers were blowing them out by like 40 before halftime. And let me say, I'm not some super fan from Cleveland in an old LeBron James jersey trying to cheer the team on. I'm just calling it like it is. Kenny Atkinson, their first-year head coach, he's going to be in that discussion for Coach of the Year if the Cavaliers finish first in the East or even second. We've been told over and over again it's just Boston and New York when it comes to the East, but the Cavaliers got something else to say. And even last year, when I started my playoff breakdown as the first round got announced and I saw the Cavaliers versus Magic, I had them winning in 5 or 6, the Cavs, and I explained I just think the team was too deep, especially with their starting lineup, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, two big men, defensive guys who protect the rim, but they're very mobile. They can move out on the perimeter, whether defensively or even offensively, to do things and not just be paint cloggers. I look at Darius Garland, pass first kind of point guard. I think he could easily lead the league in assists if he really wanted to. Then match that with a Donovan Mitchell in the backcourt who just wants to score, period. He's not getting in the way of a Darius Garland who wants to pass. It's just a great team overall, whether you're looking at the backcourt, the front court. We could get into the bench, Dean Wade, if he's starting, or Isaac Okoro, Karis LeVert, Jerome. And you're going to see in the footage what I mean as we start this, all right? So let's start on the defensive side of the ball. Jared Allen meets Steph Curry off the pick. He's staying with him, guarding him really on the perimeter, chases him out. Steph Curry passes. Now look, Jared Allen sees that Jonathan Kuminga is still open. He slides back. A lot of people would forget that you have him in the corner there, and he's still staying with him on the perimeter and forces a tough shot. This is your center guarding two different outside players on the same possession. Now look at this play. The Golden State Warriors guy has the ball. He rejects the pick and tries to take Jared Allen one-on-one, but he forgets that Evan Mobley is right there waiting for him. Mobley gets the block. Part of the reason why he could do this too is because Draymond Green is not a threat from the outside, so they kind of have him in the corner and they're playing off of him. And this speaks to what I was just saying. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, two defensive big men that could play off of each other because they're so versatile with their games, which is a perfect segue to get into Evan Mobley. At the start of the season, there was an interview on NBA Today, ESPN, where Donovan Mitchell was sitting down with Malika Andrews, I believe it was, and she brought up how the Cavaliers wanted Mobley to dribble the ball a lot more and initiate the offense. Donovan Mitchell basically said, yeah, that's a great idea. It'll help our team for sure. And as you see on this play, this is Evan Mobley dribbling the ball up full court, 5-on-4. His other teammate, Jared Allen, is just coming into the picture. He doesn't get the layup, but he gets fouled and goes to the free throw line. In this next clip, Evan Mobley is initiating the offense once again. His teammate acts like they're going to set a screen. He flares out, the defenders switch, and Mobley is smart enough to hit his teammate wide open for a three-point shot. This is your other rim protector showing the passing ability and read of a point guard on this possession. That's a huge liberty to have. Take a look at this possession. The Warriors are in a man-to-man defense. They blitz the ball handler, and as soon as that happens, Mobley gets the ball, and you see the defense switching almost to like a zone since Mobley's not a good shooter outside. However, he immediately sees somebody else open, his teammate Isaac Okoro, who is. He hits him for a wide open shot, a great read. This next play is high IQ by Ty Jerome. Great overall offense by the Cavaliers. Jerome gets the ball. As you see, he's looking. Seems like Jared Allen's going to set a pick. That doesn't happen. Allen rolls to the basket, does a nice little spin, drop step kind of move, finds Okoro. Now, Okoro looks like he's beat, and Ty Jerome moves to the open space. He goes from the angle to the corner for the three-point shot and hits it. That's just a good read, and knowing that your teammate is trapped and you got to move in order to get the open pass. Smooth offense. Can't say anything more than that. Now, Darius Garland, I got to show some of these passes and playmaking that he was doing. I really mean it. He could lead the league in assists. There's no reason why he shouldn't. Look at this first play that I'm about to show you, the pass that he did. Isaac Okoro sets a screen. Isaac Okoro starts rolling. Look how he passed the ball. He puts it right in front of him, and then Okoro gets the pass off to Jared Allen for the easy layup. Look at this next pass that's about to happen. Darius Garland got the ball at the top of the three-point line. He drives in the paint. There's nothing there, but he keeps his dribble alive, does what Steve Nash will do, which is come in the paint, dribble back out, hits Isaac Okoro for an easy cut to the basket. This happens very quickly. You got to have great chemistry and a really solid point guard to make something like this happen. Here's another example of just great wizardry with the ball and doing an amazing pass. You're going to see the Warriors immediately blitz Darius Garland, and he hits Jared Allen so quickly and smoothly with a very accurate pass. And that's what amazes me about Garland. It's the accuracy and the speed of these passes, how fast he's reading what's going on in offense, and making the right decision as the ball handler. Let's step away from the footage now and get into the box score. This is why you can't just judge everything off of numbers unless you really sit down and watch the game. Same thing with the highlights. If it's not something that you're really going into depth with and breaking the game down, you're not going to get the full picture. Darius Garland had 27 points, 6 assists, scored 6 3-pointers. I'm just showing you the playmaking and the ability, which I think actually makes a team great, more so than just his ability to even score the ball. And we can get into the other players as well, like Ty Jerome scoring 20 points in just 21 minutes of play. That's literally almost a basket for every minute you're on the court. That's just insane. Shot 7 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the 3-point line. Then Karis LeVert played 21 minutes as well. He scored 8 points. However, he had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Efficient basketball. These two are your best players, period, if you're the Cavaliers coming off of the bench. Depending on Isaac Okoro, if he's starting or not, sometimes he is, sometimes he won't. However, he did start in this game. He had 16 points in 27 minutes. 3-and-D plays defense as well. Then you had Evan Mobley, 23 points in 26 minutes. This was just an offensive onslaught by the Cleveland Cavaliers, who scored 136 points in the game. And if you look at their field goal percentage, they shot 54% from the field and 47.6% from the 3-point line. If you're a Warriors fan, man, that defense is, you got to wonder what's going on. If you're wondering why I haven't really mentioned Donovan Mitchell aside from at the beginning of the video, they didn't really need him in today's game, the Cavaliers. He shot 4 of 13, 12 points. Wasn't really his best game, but everyone else was clicking on the team, and that's a great sign when your superstar player can kind of have a little bit of an off night to his standards, and you still blowing out a team that came in really hot. I'm also looking at the Warriors. They shot 48% from the field in the game, which is relatively high. However, it's the 31% from the 3-point line that really killed them, shooting 13 of 42. And I give credit to the Cavaliers for playing good defense. Steph Curry didn't go off. He had 1 3-pointer made. This Cavs team is a really, really good one. I don't think this is a fluke. I'm going to say that they stay within at least the top 4 of the East. And if they do, it's going to have to force other people in the media to talk about teams outside of just the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. Speaking of the Knicks, as I'm looking at the standings right now, Knicks are 4-4, and everyone else after them in the East is pretty much below the 500 mark. It's only the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics right now that look like they will be at the top of the East and possibly in an Eastern Conference matchup, depending on how things go. We'll see. It's still early. Hit me up in the comment section. Do you believe in this Cavs team, or do you disagree? Do you think this is a fluke? They're going to come down the Eastern Conference standings eventually and cool off? Or do you see things the way that I'm seeing it? Let me know. And as always, salute for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.